Capital required to start a cloud kitchen would be much lesser than a dine-in restaurant, but operating cost would be higher. One-time investment would just be your equipment, and then again the one-time investment to create the menu. Unless you just have a chef who's just gonna make something, it won't work out. You need to plan and test everything in your menu and make sure the costing is done right, and that would require a little bit of effort. Mudra loans, it comes down to if you take an MSME certificate and if you want to register yourself as a micro, small, medium enterprise in India, you can do that. There are benefits to that, there are perks to that, but then again, they do check your business.
The cloud kitchen industry is booming in India, growing with a remarkable CAGR of 13.2%. This business model is not just the future of food entrepreneurship, but also a fantastic opportunity for people looking to have a profitable venture, that too with low capital. Can you imagine running a restaurant, that too without the hassle of dine-in spaces, huge rents and large overheads? That's the magic of cloud kitchens. They operate entirely online, catering to growing demand of food delivery services. In this video, we'll uncover the secrets to running a successful cloud kitchen business, insights from our mentor, Rishdan Ansari, a seasoned entrepreneur who turned his cloud kitchen into a thriving venture. He'll share valuable tips on ownership structure, the initial investments, and how to get statutory requirements to get your business up and running smoothly. So whether you are someone who loves experimenting in the kitchen or an entrepreneur who is looking for next big opportunity, stay tuned. You're about to discover why this business is perfect for the modern, tech-savvy enthusiast. Let's get started and learn from the best.
Welcome back. In the previous module, we discussed about the basic questions. What is a cloud kitchen business? Now, in this module, we're going to talk about the capital required to start this business. So, sir, tell me initially, how much did you invest into this business to start it especially?
So I can give approximate figures, and the approximate figures would be 25 to 50 lakhs would be your capital required to start this, depending on the type of technology you want to use, the equipments you want to use, and the scale of operations that you want to maintain.
So this 25 lakh rupees, can you break it down for me?
Sure.
What do you need it for?
So you need equipment. You need equipment. You need your freezers. You need your fridges. You need your working table. You need the machines, fryers. So it's basically mostly equipment. And to set up the cloud kitchen, we did some interiors and all those work also. Pretty much most of our expenses in our capital went to research and development. So how we planned it out was we had hired a chef, and we kept him for a 6-7 month period just cooking till we got the right fit, and that also was a part of our capital cost. Yeah. So it's moreover, I would say capital required to start a cloud kitchen would be much lesser than a dine-in restaurant, but operating cost would be higher.
Okay, so what if one wants to start a cloud kitchen in their terrace and it's their own house? So that would cost very less, right? If they started with a gas stove and a simple gas stove and a gas. So how much would that cost approximately?
You could start it with 10 also. You could start it with, if that's what the scale of operation. So, but if you start with 5 or 10 lakhs, you can't give 50 orders a day. I don't believe you can reach that. So if you start getting 100 orders a day, definitely you need to upgrade a lot of stuff. And so it's always operating cost would be more than your capital cost in this industry.
Perfect. So what else did you spend your money on when you started this business?
We spend a lot on marketing. We spend a lot on advertising ourselves. So primarily, like I said, creating the brand is the toughest part. Usually takes around 2 to 3 years to build a successful brand. So the journey is quite expensive. So marketing, then our staff, operating costs, we need to buy chicken, like our ice cream, dairy products, yeah. And then there are a lot of perishable goods. We need to look at the shelf life, inventory management. Otherwise, it just goes off to waste.
So initially there will be some one-time investment things, right? So what are they?
One-time investment would just be your equipment, and then again, the one-time investment to create the menu. Unless you just have a chef who's just going to make something, it won't work out. You need to like plan and test everything in your menu and make sure the costing is done right, and that would require a little bit of effort. And other than that, the expenses that you would need in the beginning would be your legal expenses, your registration costs.
Yes, let's talk about that. So tell me the process. So what all license or registration do I need and how do I apply for it?
We'll definitely need an FSSAI license to start a business. There are many different types of FSSAI license you can get. You can get the basic one, the central, or the state one. Depending on your turnover and your type of business, you take the type of license. So for a cloud kitchen, till now there is no separate license for a cloud kitchen. So that's the thing. So we take a normal license that a normal dine-in restaurant has, and we run it with that.
So other than that, what other license or permission do I need?
Then if you're hitting your turnover requirements, if you're making more than 25 lakhs a year, you'll need to take your GST. It's always better to take your GST in the beginning. Access is another proof of your business, and it is a turnover document proof. So if you're looking for loans, if you're looking to expand, having a GST will always help you.
Perfect. So what is the application process for this and what documents do I need?
To apply for GST?
Yes, and for the FSSAI.
Yeah, FSSAI. So you will need to show your, if it's a sole proprietorship, the individual's KYC documents. And then for the food safety license, they will come and they will do an inspection where they check where you cook. They will look at your cooking preparation area and whether you have proper water disposal. And they have certain checks that they do, and they'll
They
click
also
pictures.
check the hygiene, right?
Yeah, where you cook the food, where you store the food, and your water and garbage disposal. These are like the primary 3-4 things that they check, and then they give you the license.
Perfect.
I hope this video is resulting to be very helpful for you. But before we move forward, I would like to tell you that we have a detailed course called Cloud Kitchen Business. Earn up to 30 lakh rupees a year only on Freedom app, where you will get detailed information regarding everything you need to know before starting a cloud kitchen business. So go and check it out now. Let's move ahead.
And is there an online procedure for these licenses or do we have to go somewhere?
So it's completely online. There's a government portal. It's called foscos.government.in, and people can just go there, but they should know how to apply for a license because there'll be a lot of sections. There are separate licenses for prepared foods. There are separate licenses if you prepare a dairy product or if you manufacture something. It's a different story. So we do all prepared foods. We
Alright, so
prepare and
only
we sell.
two types of licenses required, right? The GST and the
GST is not
FSSAI.
compulsory.
Okay.
It's not mandatory, but FSSAI would be mandatory.
Mandatory.
Yeah.
Perfect. So other than this, any other permission or license required?
Not for a cloud kitchen, no.
Perfect. So anyone can literally start it.
Can start it.
Perfect. And what documents do they need to submit for this? Only the KYC?
The KYC. So that's then again depends on the legality of the business. If it's a
Okay.
sole proprietorship, then it comes down to that person's KYC.
Okay.
And then if it's a partnership or if it's a one-person company, then certain
Everyone has
documents
to
change. Yeah.
Change. Okay, perfect. Now let's talk about the loan opportunities. What if someone doesn't have the funds to start this business, but
Okay.
they are looking for loans? Is there any loan offers available, especially
So-
for cloud kitchen?
Sadly, this is where we lack in the industry, because when we also started off as a new cloud kitchen here and we looked for some loans, it was hard for me to explain them what cloud kitchen was. Like, so what do you do? I run a restaurant. That's a different story. Where's your restaurant? Cloud kitchen. I want to see this. This is the response that we got. So it was hard, because when the branch manager of the bank does not understand how cloud kitchen works, they do not want to give you a loan. So this is the challenges that we face. This is changing, but it's getting better, because while talking about GST until a few months back, we were not recognized as a separate entity. Restaurants have to pay this much GST, but now there's a clause for cloud kitchen. So we just got recognized on the GST aspect. So I believe things will get better going forward.
But we can go for any personal loans or mudra loans or something like
Sure. Mudra loans, it comes down to if you take an MSME certificate and if you want to register yourself as a micro, small, medium enterprise in India, you can do that. There are benefits to that. There are perks to that. But then again, they do check your business.
that?
And Cloud Kitchen, again, there has to be, it's hard to explain it to them. So unless and until you have the turnover and you have the numbers and the accounts for it, just by the idea of Cloud Kitchen, they do not support.
Correct. So far there are no loans, so we cannot talk about subsidy at all, right?
Correct.
No subsidy at all.
It's not there in this business. Yeah, I would say the subsidy aspect is very less because food prices are increasing, inflation is increasing, and all gas prices are increasing, but there is no subsidy for the rest of this.
And now let's talk about the insurance. So did you take any sort of insurance for Mad Over Munchies?
No. Since this is our own property and it's part of my building, our house, we did not insure it.
But is it necessary?
It would be better if you're running it in a large scale, because there can be accidents. You can have a fire accident. You can have. We did take the safety protocols. We made sure we have all the fire extinguishers. That has a separate maintenance check for fire and safety, the electrical wiring and all that stuff. But always it's better to have it insured. Yeah, because you have a lot of equipment, a lot of people, a lot of liabilities.
Now let us also summarize on the capital required. So initially, give me an amount, like how much does one person need to start a cloud kitchen business? Let's say a very small cloud kitchen business.
Okay. How small? And in a tier 2, tier 3 city, it changes where you start.
Let's talk about a place like Trichy and maybe a place like Bangalore.
Okay.
So how much does it cost?
Oh, in
Initial cost, not the operating.
In Trichy, you can start off with 10 lakhs.
Okay.
You can start a cloud kitchen with 10 lakhs. But in Bangalore, it would cost a little bit higher. I would say the number would be easily into 2 into 3 to just get the process moving.
Then what about the operational cost? Like you said, monthly, how much do you?
Operating cost would be way higher. So you can start a cloud kitchen with 10 lakhs. But you need to run it. So when you run it over a period of time, your operating cost is what comes way higher than your
and
capital.
That increases if the number of customers or orders increases, right?
Yes, this is where efficient costing is needed. So if you don't cost your items properly, you will not make margin.
Correct.
And your operating costs will never come down, and it'll just be an endless loop.
Correct. So give me an approximate, like how much does it cost for a monthly operation cost?
So I can answer this question in the number of orders. Give me an assumption.
All right, let's minimum 50 orders per day.
Okay, if you're getting 50 orders per day, then your operating cost in a month would be easily 3-4 lakhs. Easily.
Okay, in a month.
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
Then
And-
again, it depends on your products and your varieties. So
Correct.
there are people who don't sell cheese, just fried rice. So they don't need to buy cheese. But when we have other items where we add cheese and we have desserts and we have a lot of other stuff, so your inventory cost increases.
So here it's not just about the initial investment. You need a thing called operational cost. Okay, that is something new, because other businesses, once you invest and started, done. One time investment over. But here operational cost is very important. Now you know how much is required to start this business. In the upcoming module, we are going to talk about the location or the property required to start this business. So I will see you guys in the next module. Let's go.
So, this was it. But do not forget to download Freedom app, where you'll get a detailed course related to cloud kitchen business. I hope to see you in the next video.